So tell me, how did you get into acting?
Well, I'm sure this is the story for a lot of people. I was in high school and I liked a girl, so I joined the drama club because she was in it. Um, and the girl didn't last, but my love of theater started back then. So and that's how I started in drama club, and then when I went to college, I joined another theater troupe, and then I didn't do it for a few years, and then I fell back into it, and I've been doing it ever since. So
That passionate about it. That was like what do you call it when it was meant to be, not necessarily the girlfriend,
definitely not the
but
girl.
the choice that you made to.
Yeah. There's something just I fell in love with about it. Just being able to perform, become this character, and do it in front of people to entertain them, to to make them laugh, make them cry, make them feel something. There's
You're really passionate.
I love it. So
So how long have you been doing like this as like part-time work?
so I work for this company part time. My main job is I'm a writing consultant, but um, I think a lot of it has to do with just the idea of telling stories. So like acting, you're telling a story. You're showing what this character is going through, what this character is experiencing, what this character is feeling, and you're gonna go through their journey, their ups, their downs, um, and so and I do this as a writing consultant. I fell into that. I worked for a publishing company as a project manager, and I started helping writers write books, and I was like, I do this in acting too. So I love stories.
Yeah, it's creativity. Creativity seems like it's a value of yours.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And so you said that there was a gap.
Yeah, so I graduated college, and I worked. I was a history and philosophy major. I worked in archives, and I started doing that. And I didn't find it fulfilling, and then I jumped around with a few different career options, and I didn't enjoy a lot of them. And so eventually, I moved back to Boston for a bit, and I started acting again, just to fill my free time. And I was like, I really miss this, and then I haven't left it since.
It was a decision that you knew was the right one.
Yeah, once I started doing it again, I was like, I can't believe I stopped.
Yeah, it was like almost as if you were just like, whoa, why did I even do that? Why did I get out of this in the first place?
Life gets in the way though, right?
Decisions.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about your drive to take on different tasks with your art in terms of your acting. Like, is it comedian? Like, is it there's a certain genre that you do, or is it just kind of whatever falls in your lap because you love it all?
Well, I do think life is about sort of experience. So I've never done a role twice. I do know actors who have done that and they love doing that because they really love the role. But for me personally, I love exploring different things. And so I've done drama, I've done comedy, and there's things I love about both. And so I don't gravitate towards a certain one per se, but I love the feeling of you know getting into a role and finding what does this role mean, what is this character going through, and how do I show this to the audience. And I want to make the audience feel something that I'm feeling while understanding the role, and then my performance and help show it to them, to the audience.
Wow, so you really take it to another level, like deep, like you want to become the character that you're trying to act.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how you feel like you're touching other people.
I think so. I think like I start to learn what this character is about, and then there's oftentimes you find things in characters that you didn't see at first, or even you may not even think it's even there, and that you're discovering your director may not see it at first too, and you have these discussions. And this is one thing I love about acting is finding things, and your director wants one thing, you're seeing another, and then figuring out what's right for the performance, what's right for you as an actor, what's right for the director for what he or she wants. So just going through all of that.
Wow, so you're even going as far as saying like I'm this confident in what I'm feeling or who I'm becoming as this character that I will even suggest changes to the director. You said.
Yeah, I'm confident. I wouldn't say like super confident because I'm always open because I know I can be wrong. And it ultimately is the director's play, and there is, as much as I'd love to like really get into the character, you do have a higher goal, which is performing for the audience. So being true to the character takes a little bit of a backseat, but like I do think the best performances are both equally. But like I said, the main the main goal is, to put on a good performance, because like the point of the story is to entertain. And I don't think it's just entertainment. I do think it's like causing discussion, like making the audience think about things, bringing awareness to certain things. There's a lot of reasons that you can do theater beyond just entertainment too.
So it has a lot more meaning to you. Doesn't matter the character, right? So it could be humor, but that's for your entertainment. And then you're also saying, on the other side, I want to just be able to touch somebody in terms of them really connecting with whoever it is or whatever story I'm trying to tell.
Yeah, and I would even say that you can do that with humor too. Like there's a lot of like strong comedic pieces that really have a good, story down there where you have real people, real characters in roles. I do like touching like my audience. Yeah.
And your writing is another component of that in terms of connecting with an audience.
Yes, yes. I just worked for a publishing company. It was one of my myriad jobs, and I started working with authors because of that. And the pandemic hit, and I was working less for the publishing company, and I just started doing this on my own. So,
wisest choice you've ever made?
Yeah, it really is. It's very fulfilling.
And so, it's being that you're able to do something that you are passionately motivated to do in your life, and in both jobs, must be really fulfilling.
Oh, it's super fulfilling.